Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unboxing the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could also go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime we put out new videos, that would be appreciated as well. So this time, I'm going to shift gears a little bit, and I want to unbox an album by a punk rock band that I've recently gotten into. These guys are from Los Angeles, California, and ironically are called the Bronx. So we're going to talk about their newest record, Bronx, the Bronx 6, which came out on August 27, 2021. Now, I will admit, I know absolutely nothing about this band other than what I pulled from Wikipedia. I heard them on Faction Punk on Sirius XM. They played a song called Curb Feelers that I really dug. And really, you know, I know they're a punk rock band, but I heard a lot of other influences in that song that really weren't punk to me, or at least not the punk rock genre, so to speak. It really piqued my interest, so I checked them out. I downloaded the album when it came out, and then a record store that I go to that I go to frequently here in Jacksonville actually ordered it for me and got it a couple weeks ago, and just haven't had time to put together the video. So here we go. So apparently this is the first album with Queens of the Stone Age drummer Joey Castillo recently joined the band to play drums. This is their sixth album. I have no chart or Record Industry Association of America info on this. You know, I imagine, as with most, punk records on punk labels, if it did chart, it didn't chart very high, and I don't know that anybody in the rock genre is really getting gold or platinum albums anymore. So, the band itself started in 2002. They also released music under the Mariachi El Bronx label, and again, or title, band name, whatever. I'm sorry. And they're actually from Los Angeles, which I thought was ironic. I thought for sure this was New York punk, and it turns out it's Los Angeles punk. So let's go ahead and take a look at the album here. So again, here is the front cover. Real simple, just says the Bronx. And as you can see, I paid $25 for it. But really cool. And if you look at the back here, it's just a track listing. And from what this says on the sticker, it says limited edition orange vinyl. The Bronx Stick Studio album produced by Evil Joe Barresi, who also worked with Tool, the Melvins, and Queens of the Stone Age. So again, very, very cool. And these guys are on White Drugs label? I'm not really sure. I don't know. I can't really see, so have no idea. So let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what we have inside here. Let's go ahead and check out this fancy orange vinyl. So here we go again without the shrink wrap. Here we go. Here is, again, the front cover, the Bronx. Really cool. I'd like to have a t-shirt like that. That's really cool. And then, of course, back again, just a track listing. All right, so there is a gatefold. So let's open up the gatefold, and it looks like just a picture of the band taken around sunset at a pier, I imagine somewhere in California. I don't know if any of that information is correct, but that's what I'm guessing here just based on where they're from. So again, there's a picture of the band. All right. And it's a gatefold, but there's just one record in here. So we should just have this one side. So let's go ahead and pull everything out. All right, so first things first. This looks like a lyric sheet, which is really cool. So there's the front half of the album, and then here's the back half with all the lyrics. That's really cool. It's also got some liner notes at the bottom. Like who's in the band, produced, recorded, mixed, blah, 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 where the album was recorded. It looks like there's liner notes at the bottom of each side, so that's cool. All right, so let's put that down. All right, so here's the inner sleeve that contains the actual album. All right, so cool little design there. All right, so let's pull out this fancy orange vinyl. If I can get it out of here. It's in there pretty tight. Oh. Alright, so let's keep pulling here. Alright, look. Super fancy. Orange vinyl. That's pretty neat. Nothing in the middle. Hopefully it tells me which is side A and which is side B, because there's nothing in the middle as far as track listings or anything like that is concerned. It's just more the design of the actual sleeve there. But again, really cool. I've said on previous videos, I just love what they do with vinyl now, because, back in the day, picture disc, and any sort of colored vinyl, I'm going back to the 80s here, was always, considered something special, and cost you a little bit extra, whatever. But at the same time, what I always hated about Picture Disc back in those days is that, you didn't really get like the album artwork, you didn't get the liner notes or the lyric sheets or anything else. You just got this like, it might have had the same music on the album, but it just had a picture of the band or something like that weird on it. So you didn't really get the full experience. Now they do cool things where, you get the album, and you get all sorts of cool stuff inside, like cool colored vinyl or whatever. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get like a, some kind of cool different vinyl, but you also get everything else that comes with the record, like, liner notes and covers and lyric sheets and all that kind of stuff. So let me see if I can get this set up so we can talk about the album a little bit. All right, so there you have it. There's the Bronx. Okay, so like I said, I heard the song Curb Feelers on Faction Punk, and I really dug the song. I couldn't really find a whole lot of critical reviews on the album, just some things that I'd read, on iTunes or whatnot. It's the first album of the 6 albums they've done. It's the first album with songs written by people other than the guitarist Joe B.J. Ford and singer Matt Cawthron. I'm not really sure. Again, like I said, outside of what I pulled from Wikipedia, I don't know shit about this band. I haven't gone back and listened to the first 5 records yet because I'm trying to, wear myself out on this one first, and then I'll dig back when I need more. I really, really dig this album though. And like I said, this is a punk rock band, but to me, I hear a lot of other influences on there. So like I said, when I first heard Curb Feelers, the first thing I thought of, and hopefully people on here know who I'm talking about, it reminded me of a band called Brides of Destruction. Now, Brides of Destruction was a band that was put together by Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue and Tracy Guns from Guns N' Roses and LA Guns. And it was very different from their other bands. It was it had a bit of a punky feel with them as well. But their singer was a guy named London LeGrand, and I think the singer Matt Cawthron sounds a lot like London LeGrand. And when I heard the song, I was like, holy shit! I think that's what drew me in. I was like, is that London? And then I went, found out it wasn't, but I still thought the song was cool, and I wanted to check out other stuff by the band. So again, that's kind of what drew me in. It was just hearing some other influences and thinking like, man, that's really cool. Instead of just your typical, fast-paced, 80s, 90s punk, California punk or whatever, which I love too, but I just thought these guys were a little bit different. To me, the first song on the album, White Shadow, starts with a little bit of an Aerosmith vibe. Maybe nobody else hears it. I hear it, and like 70s Aerosmith vibe, Watering the Well, and I even heard them, I've even read where they kind of agreed with this, or they've heard this too, but Watering the Well is very much like an arena rock song with a Kiss vibe in it. The band even says, it has a bit of like a Kiss and Thin Lizzy vibe to it. At one point, there's a guitar lick in there that just sounds like pretty much everything Ace Frehley played, like, in 1976, so really cool. Again, a lot of different influences. I mean, there is some definite punk rock stuff on here, but these guys have a lot of different influences and pull, from a lot of different places, in my opinion. Jack of All Trades is one of my favorite tunes on here. Very tongue-in-cheek, very, great chorus, nice sing-along chorus. Jack of All Trades, Master of None, really cool. And overall, in addition to some of those classic rock vibes I hear, I also hear a lot of, Pennywise influence. I hear a lot of Motorhead influence on this, and again, maybe that's just me. Somebody else listens to it, might hear something completely different, but that's what I hear. Everything from classic rock to modern punk to everything on this record. So I think you could do yourself a service if you check this out. If you're into, if you need some new music and you're having a hard time finding good new rock music anywhere on the radio or anything else, dig a little bit deeper. Check out some of the other rock channels on Sirius or wherever you pull your music from. Check out a band like the Bronx, or just check out the Bronx. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, man. This is some really, really, really cool tunes. First punk rock album I bought from a band that, wasn't, a thing in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s for that matter. And I'm pretty stoked. Like I said, eventually I'll dip into their back catalog, but right now, man, I've really, really been digging on this album. And I'm so glad I have it on vinyl, and now I'm going to dig on it in a completely different way. So that's all I've got for you today. Again, if you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification button. I've got some other stuff out there. I've got the rest of my Unboxing the Vinyl series where we open up new albums, reissues, box sets, whatever. I do have some things coming down the pike. In a couple of weeks, should have a cool new Whitesnake box set release that's coming out. Amazon has confirmed that I should have it on the day of release. We'll see. So be looking for that. I also have my Inside the Vinyl series where we talk about different live albums and things that I consider to be lost classics. We also have some live footage out there from different festivals and concerts. Exit 111, Welcome to Rockville, KISS concerts. There should be more coming because we do have Welcome to Rockville coming back next month, so that should be awesome. And I've also got some really mediocre disc golf videos starring some really mediocre players, myself included. And we just added 2 more, the first 2 videos I think we've done in a year and a half. So check those out if you want to laugh a little bit. So again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.